Would you be as upset as Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes.
Why?
Because you know what Aaron, I started to say Aaron Magruder.
Aaron
you know what
Rodgers.
Aaron, Aaron Magruder, my guy. You know what Aaron Rodgers is implying by saying this. Like, why would Aaron Rodgers, let me hear it. Let's listen to this clip, Taylor. Why would Aaron Rodgers even get on here and say this shit?
Jimmy Kimmel are really hoping that doesn't.
All right. Obviously, a clip from this particular program was run on Jimmy Kimmel's show whenever Aaron brought up the list, and then Jimmy mocked him for it. Aaron has not forgotten about that, but here we are sitting right in front of that nice bottle of scotch. What do you say? I'm waiting to celebrate something.
Oh, yeah. Something
He's been waiting for
That's the
that.
one.
Okay, so hold on. So Jimmy, I didn't even know this part of the context. So Jimmy made fun of Aaron on his show for bringing up the list. What was the context of bringing up the list?
I didn't see that. Can we?
I didn't see
Let's find that.
Cause Jimmy Kimmel, let me read what Jimmy Kimmel said. He said, "Dear assholes, for the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact, whatever, with Epstein. Nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brain wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger.
Oh,
Keep it up.
shut up,
and we will
Jimmy.
debate the facts further in court." No, I'm down with him suing now.
Nah, that's so. Not if you started.
I gotta see what I gotta see.
Also,
I gotta
Jimmy
see, I gotta see
makes
the
fun of
context.
people on his show all the time. He says things that are not true about people in jest on his show all the time. That is what being a comedian is. For him to get his fucking panties in a bunch when Aaron is on a sports show that is a comedic sports show, and he's clearly joking around. And the reason he said he's on that list is because Jimmy was so defensive about the list in the first place. If we get that clip,
I need more context. I gotta see what Jimmy said. Listen, I'm all for suing people in 2020.
Oh my God!
And I'm gonna tell you
not
what,
for jokes, bro. We're not suing for jokes.
He's
man.
not a comedian though, and you can't.
Jimmy's a comedian.
And see, Aaron Rodgers is not a comedian, and to say this on Pat McAfee's show, Pat McAfee's not a comedian. Nobody's gonna take it as a joke. For him to say, "Yo, I'm celebrating," when this list comes out, I'm gonna celebrate. I bet you Jimmy Kimmel's on there, whatever the fuck he said. Like, nah.
I need to see the first context.
Yeah, you
because
can't
if you
don't play with
started
me
this,
like that.
don't cry when he finishes it.
Now, if he said something about Aaron being on the list, fair game.
What if he said Aaron's a wacko for bringing up the list? And what if he's belittling the list?
That's not. I don't think that's worth him saying he possibly is on this.
What do you always say? Like freedom of speech, but you're not free about how people react.
Not free
or something
how
like
people
that?
react. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like it's nah, bro. Let's see. Let me see it.
got
Let
it?
me see it. You want to just give it to us and you can insert it later?
Pat
Chris?
McAfee already apologized. Pat McAfee, it's New York Times, CNN. Pat McAfee apologizes over rolling Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Kimmel, because he knows that's an easy lawsuit. You can't be saying shit like that, because I don't want my motherfucking platform, mentioned in whatever lawsuit you might bring up against Aaron Rodgers. Oh, and it was on ESPN?
Yeah, Pat McAfee shows that.
Shit. I mean, I know that, but I thought that was just a podcast. I didn't know that was actually from the TV show.
Do you have the what's it called clip?
It's a clip.
You want to just give it to me?
Don't play with me about certain shit.
I
yo.
found it.
Don't play with me about
But
certain
about that?
This one right here.
That's a tough one, man. Don't play with me about certain shit. Don't play with me about. Let me see.
Pat McAfee show.
Okay, let's see.
Needless to say, all this UFO talk has the tinfoil hatters going wild, including Green Bay whackpacker Aaron Rodgers, who offered this hot take on the Pat McAfee show.
I believe that this has been going on for a long time. Interesting timing on everything. There's a lot of other things going on in the world. Did you hear about the Epstein client list about to be released too?
What's that? What are you talking about?
There's some files that have some names on it that might be getting released pretty soon.
Oh.
Might be time to revisit that concussion protocol, Aaron. Needless to say, all this...
I don't get it.
What Jimmy's saying is Aaron is going, they're going to release some names on the list. And what Jimmy is saying is that we shouldn't care about the list, apparently. Like, we shouldn't. He's belittling the fact that Aaron's like, there's going to release the list. He's saying that he's a tinfoil hat whack packer because he's curious about the names on the most notorious pedophile in history's list.
Yeah, I don't understand that, because when the list comes out, I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel's writers are going to be all over it. You know what I'm saying? Like if the list comes out this week, he's gonna have 1 million jokes. So
Then why would he have?
So to dismiss it like that is kind of strange.
So the fact he's dismissing it, and then Aaron goes, which I think makes a lot of sense. You made fun of me, called me a tinfoil hat whackpacker, said that I need to get into concussion protocol because I'm curious about a list of names attached to the most notorious pedophile in history. If you were somebody that would dismiss that, maybe it's not the craziest leap to go, jokingly go, your name might be on the list. It's not an insane leap to say that.
I get it.
If I was like, I hope they don't release that list. Anybody who believes in that is just a wacko idiot. Why would you even believe in something like that? You should go in concussion protocol to believe in that kind of shit. I'd be like, whoa, what's going on with you? As a joke. And then for Jimmy to be serious about it. You started this. You called him the whack packer. You called him the concussed dude. You called him someone who's insane for believing or having curiosity in this. He claps back at you with a little fucking jab, and then your panties getting your asshole about it? No way.
You know
dude.
why though? I say it's okay for Jimmy to do that because we live in an era, man. I've been saying this for years. Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. And Aaron Rodgers doing that, because I've seen 1 million Epstein lists already. I don't know what's real and what's not real.
Tell Jimmy not to talk then. Don't bring his name up. If we joking around and saying things about each other,
With you, like
don't
you
bring
can't.
my. Hey,
some
if
niggas
I'm
go to
Aaron,
hell. Some people go
don't bring
low.
my
Some people
name
go to
up.
hell.
You could joke around about me. I'm joking around about you.
Yeah.
I thought Aaron's joke was like innocuous. It was a jab.
Let me hear it again. Let me hear Aaron again.
Go to Aaron's joke.
It don't sound like a joke to me.
Yeah, he kind of like subliminated.
Is Jimmy Kimmel's joke or?
No, Aaron.
Aaron's
Aaron.
joke.
list that came out.
Feels like.
That's supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been
There's
waiting
a
in
lot
his
of
wine
people-
cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this thing.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
Now, he goes, there's a lot of people, including Jimmy, that really hope
Obviously,
it doesn't
a
come out. It doesn't
clip
mean that
from this
Jimmy Kimmel's
particular
on it,
program.
but the fact that he was dismissing it before, Jimmy's leaping here. Jimmy is dismissing it. Maybe the allegation could be he's protecting people that are on the list.
No, I think I got it now.
Go.
I don't think we're just throwing out theories, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Kimmel didn't believe in an Epstein list. I think Jimmy thought that was just a crazy internet conspiracy theory.
He's gotta
so
be
when
an
he
idiot.
first heard Aaron bring it up, he was like, you know.
But there's always been a list because they were referring to people on the list as John Doe 36 or
But no,
John
I've
Doe.
seen lists that got names on it. Like I've seen lists that got actual celebrities and people have been running with that forever. So I think what Aaron was saying just now was Jimmy is hoping this list doesn't come out.
Here's the thing.
Because it'll prove that Jimmy was wrong. Because if Jimmy didn't believe in the list to begin with and he was just dismissing it as a conspiracy.
Even better. Perfect.
Yeah, that's
so
what I-
even more
that's what I
innocent.
think that
So the
was.
fact that he jumps to this conclusion that Aaron is saying
agree.
that he's on the list and he's one of these pedophiles and you put
Yeah.
my family in danger. It's like, shut the fuck up. Your family's in danger. You live in a gated community. You walk around with security. How many people outside of Epstein have been touched because of their association? Prince Andrew walking around.
Who touched
Bill
who-
Gates
who
walking
touched
around.
Epstein?
Himself.
That's what, exactly. That
So
was,
nobody
that
got
was
touched.
masturbation.
What danger is he in? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why are you blowing this up? Why are you being so sensitive about this? You make fun of a dude. He claps back at you with something that was barely in it, like a tiny little jab, and now you want to bring in the justice system?
You know
That's
what
some pussy shit.
You know what I think happened?
but
You know what I
don't put
think?
kids on you. Like he's insinuating that Jimmy doesn't want the list to come out
I
because
didn't take that as an insinuation.
that's how I took it. If you say
After hearing-
this person doesn't want the list to come out, why would that person not want it? Because he's on it.
I thought it as an insinuation until I heard Jimmy's clip. When I hear Jimmy's clip, I hear somebody who don't believe in the Epstein conspiracy theory list.
That's
and he
fair.
thought that was just some bullshit. But now that it's actually about to come out, like that's how I'm gonna feel when the UFOs arrive.
What, then you're going to feel like an idiot.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, off of all you motherfuckers, salute to my brother DJ Frosty. We debate about this all of the time.
Right.
Now when the UFOs finally get here,
You're going to be like, I told you so.
I fucking told you so. You
And
know
that-
what I mean?
And then Frosty going to feel like an idiot.
yes. Well, maybe. You know, so
I'm not
so that's what I
saying you
got
feel
from
like
what
an idiot,
Aaron
but you
said.
understand what I'm saying, where he's obviously fighting for the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what else could have happened here.
But this is a comedian, bro. Jimmy is a comedian. Like, he had funny sketches back in the day, offensive sketches, cancelable sketches by
Hilarious.
today's standards.
Yes.
Now when somebody made a joke about him that was a retort, a reaction, he's going, I'm gonna sue you? That's some bitch shit, bro.
I don't think that's a reply to a joke either. I think Jimmy Kimmel was replying to his mentions. Meaning,
So then hit up your mentions,
Meaning
fam.
other people saw what Aaron said and started tweeting Jimmy like, yo, you saw Aaron say that you motherfucking might be on Epstein's list, yada, yada, yada. And he replied to that, which so many people do, by the way, nowadays.
This is the cost of dismissing the associates of a known rapist. When you dismiss the associates of a known convicted rapist and you act like it's some tinfoil hat conspiracy, maybe people get a little riled up and upset. Wouldn't you?
I agree with you. I think one thing about this Epstein list, though, at least the ones that they had out last year, it was so many celebrity names on these hoax lists.
So here's the thing. The real list, there are names that are on it, and the names that are on it are there. Like Bill Clinton, for example, wants his name on it because it vindicates him.
Why?
Because the list isn't just, hey, here are the people that went to the island. The list is
People who used the plane.
And he could have flown on the plane prior to any conviction for Epstein. I think in Clinton's circumstances, they never even flew to the island. Allegedly, they were flying in Africa or something like that. So there are people that are on the list. RFK Jr. was on the plane. Like he even came out and saw it. So there are people on the list.
Trump is on the list.
Trump is on the list. So it's like there are people that are on the list, but they are vindicated by the circumstances of which they flew in that plane.
Well, Trump won't be. I seen Trump do interviews where he was talking about how them parties used to be lit.
Crazy.
With Epstein. And he was literally said verbatim, you know, how young the girls were.
But he
in the
also
party. You ever
has-
heard those interviews, Chris?
But you've also heard him call them out.
Allegedly. Because I don't know if he really said that.
He did say that.
Nah, he also called them out. He's like, yo, these guys are up to some weird shit.
He did?
Yeah. I mean, he did.
Don't party with me and then say my party was weird,
Hey,
bro.
This guy,
I love this.
Chris is
for his people, son. I like that.
yeah, but he quiet about other shit. You know what I mean?
What are you quiet about,
About
yo?
that man in Bali, he real quiet.
Man in Bali.
You know who's in Bali?
Oh,
Yeah, right? He heard all that shit. You heard all that. Oh, later he's loud. Later. You know, keep
Oh,
that same
shit,
energy,
there go
Chris.
Chris.
Keep
And they
that
were-
same energy, Chris.
He was friends with Trump.
Say what?
How do you think I met Trump?
What I'm saying is keep the same energy with the man in Bali that you do with Trump. You're quick to be like, yo, Trump knew him. Trump was doing all that. Your man got more allegations than Trump.
Yeah, he probably didn't get invited.
Who?
Bali.
Who, Trump didn't get
nah.
invited?
He don't got more allegations than Trump.
Bruh.
Nah, he don't.
Come
He
on,
don't.
son.
He don't. He don't got more
Son,
than Trump.
he lives in Bali. Not because he wants to.
Nah. He was going to Bali before that. He got a resort in Bali.
No. He was going there.
And he built
Now
a-
he doesn't come back.
He built a resort in Bali. Let nature sort out everything.
Yeah.
Let God do what he gonna do.
Tell Jimmy Kimmel not to care anymore.
I can't tell him not to care about that. If he took it in that way, I just don't know why he reacted to what Aaron Rodgers said in that way, because I don't hear it now. Now that I saw the context with what Jimmy said and I hear what Aaron said, I don't take it as he's saying, yo, Jimmy is on the list. I just take it as he's saying Jimmy's hoping the list don't come out. But I just think Jimmy wants to be right. I'm like that with all types of shit. If I say some shit and I believe it, and I
want
don't
it to be right.
That's right. As soon as I hear like, no, that shit did happen,
Nah, fuck.
I pivot.
Yeah.
I never said that. The fuck is you talking about? I told you. I did not tell you that from the beginning. I told you this shit wasn't what it was, but you fucking ran with this other shit.
Why would I do that?
Do what?
Run with this other shit.
Because nobody wants to be wrong. Do you realize we live in an era right now where people get on social media, COVID breaks out, everybody's a motherfucking scientist. Palestine, Israel happening, everybody's a geopolitical expert. Everybody knows all this type of shit on social media. Nobody just wants to admit they fucking wrong. Nobody just wants to say, I don't know. And we live in this era where people just give opinions, and for whatever reason, people just run with opinions as facts. Or maybe that's just our mind state that we think people are running with things as facts. Maybe people just running headlines.
That's the other thing.
Like if I say something on this podcast, you say something on this podcast, and somebody turns it into a headline, that don't mean it's a factual statement. That just means somebody's running with what we said on this podcast.
Exactly. Like, yeah, facts can also be misleading.
By the way, who says it's a fact? It's just some shit we said.
Yeah.
I just said some shit and people ran with it. I gave my opinion, people ran with it. You give your opinion, people run with it.
Yeah.
Like, why? Maybe it's our fault for looking at these headlines and taking it for more than what it is, other than a statement.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of the social media engagement and the fact that people are able to respond to what folks say that it turns a lot of these things into bigger conversations that don't need to be, man. A lot of this shit is just small talk. A lot of this shit don't need to be bigger issues,
Dear
man.
asshole. For the record, I have not met, flown with, visited, or contact whatsoever. Like, what a Karen-ass message.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that is a little crazy.
Dear asshole. This was a comedian who
No,
did
that-
blackface sketches.
that
Is
is a
now
little
tweeting, Dear asshole. For the record, I have not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. He's saying the list don't exist.
But by the way, that could be something.
In his tweet.
No.
Other than the phony nonsense, soft-brained.
But that's my point. Remember, I was talking about all of the fake lists that were out last year.
So he thinks that it's the fake list.
He might have really been on one.
Yeah.
He might have been on a fake ass list. I've seen some names that's on them lists. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like that. But it's only because social media is having this. Man, it's something about social media and celebrities now. It's like they are just hanging celebrities up like piñatas and whacking the fuck out of them.
Wait, what are you saying?
Just to see what comes out. Everybody's doing that.
Like who?
What you mean?
Like who?
What you mean as far as celebrity?
Yeah.
Name them. Everybody gets a turn. That's why I keep trying to tell motherfuckers like, bruh, everybody gonna get a turn on that goddamn whipping post at some point, bruh. I don't care if you black, white, if you are rich, if you got some type of fame, you got some type of celebrity, motherfuckers really cannot wait to tear you down at some point.
Oh, that's true.
That's just
nature.
And it's been like this since the beginning of time. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Way before there was social media, there was tabloids and all types of other shit. You know, it's just that now it's just really, really, really more accessible to at somebody